Ready to go? Yeah, our guys are excited about playing Utah here. They're a very good football team. They're big and strong on both sides of the line. Coach Willingham does a phenomenal job with the Utes. He's been there for a long, long time. And now he's got Gary Anderson back. I told him that wasn't fair. They both together. And two excellent coaches. Gary and I have gone against each other in the WAC and in the Pac-12, it's going to be they'll come in here. It's going to be a great day for football. I'm excited because it's going to be snowing and cold. I haven't ever coached in a snow game before, and most of our players never played in a snow game. I hope it's snowing sideways. It'd be fun. So I'll take any questions at this time. All right, that's it. Good.
Coach, what was your message to the team this morning? Obviously, a lot of noise outside the program right now. What was your message to the group going forward in practice and really the rest of the week this week?
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about you can only control our guys, our people, your situation. One of the things that I talk to them all the time, I had a friend gave me this picture, and I love it. It's called, I have it in my office. It's Buffalo walking into a storm. So I'm going to give you all a little education here. Some of y'all might know this. I know John Wilner knows this because he's extremely bright. But the buffalo is the only animal that walks into the storm. All the rest of them run and try to run away from the storm. And if you walk into the storm, you're going to get through it faster. You strive, and they walk in it together. And so we talked about that this morning. We've had a little bit of a storm here the last few weeks and lost some close games and talked to them about life and what that means and that we're walking into it together. And they understand. We've talked about this before, but I brought it back out again. And then we went outside and practiced, and I thought they were really enthusiastic. I thought they were really good. And I also tell them, you know, one of the things that I take to heart all the time is, you know, you have peace of heart and joy from who you are and who I worship, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's where my peace and joy comes from, not my circumstances. That's happiness. Happiness is a roller coaster. And so I tell them all the time. A friend gave this to me the other day. I thought this was great. If you pray about it, don't worry about it. That's easy to say, right? If you're going to worry about it, then don't pray about it. And this football team, I love this football team. I still like these guys. I like our coaching staff. And we just got to find a way to win a football game. We've come up close. You win a football game, a lot of the noise goes away. That's the world we live in, and that's the sporting world. That's why people follow it, and they're passionate about it both ways. That's just part of it. So that's some of the things we talked about, and they were really into it at practice, excited at practice, very enthusiastic. I thought it was good. I thought it was real well.
So, Mike, for you, is this the toughest storm you've had to walk through during your coaching career?
Yeah, I think as a head coach, yeah, we set expectations high. We were doing really well. Tons of injuries. We lost a couple more guys today with concussions and stuff from that we thought we might get back, but you just keep going. You keep working, so that's been tough. But it's football. Tough was watching my dad battle MS and die. Tough is going to see my mom. She has Alzheimer's. I can't remember who. Tough is 3 years ago yesterday, my wife's mom dies of ovarian cancer and battle of fate. Those are tough situations. This is great to teach life lessons to young people because we're teachers, and that's what we're doing. And how they see how we handle it, how we go through it, how we walk through it, because they're going to face a lot of hard times in life too. And so hopefully this is a little microcosm of that, and hopefully we come out on the other side of it in good shape.
Are you frustrated at all that this came out on senior week?
Oh, yeah, I think anything gets released and they have no people quoted as a source and they do it. That's the world we live in now with the news. I mean, you see it every day politically. You see it every day. That's the world we live in. Everybody has to make a name for themselves. They have to do that, which is what it is. I found out by 12 o'clock at night, my phone rings and it's my son from California. And So he was, of course, up studying at 11 o'clock, I'm pretty sure. And so I said, you're studying, Johnson? And he goes, Dad, what's going on? I said, what are you talking about? I said, don't worry about it. You know, I met with Rick George 2 weeks ago. He came in and said, give me 100% support. And I haven't seen Rick today. I never see Rick in the mornings. They know I get in here at 5:30 in the morning. I go until right here till now. We practice, we meet. I met with doctors this morning. I met with trainers. We go in, and I'm pretty sure I'll see Rick sometime this afternoon and find out what all. But from everything I know nothing about any of it. But it's a shame that you have to have those type of things come up. But I also think it was good because there's a great point with our team this morning. And because sad to say, the world they live in, that's going to get worse and worse and worse. And so they've got to be able to handle it, and they've got to be able to walk through it, and they've got to be able to keep functioning. And so hopefully they see me doing it, our staff doing it, and they feed off of that.
Okay, most directly, what is your job status right now? What has Rick told you about your job status, if anything? And do you feel—
Yeah, 2 weeks ago he came in and saw me, talked to me, said, hey, he's completely behind me, committed to it, keep going, everything. And then I've seen him multiple times since then, never said a word to me about anything to this effect. You know, there's always going to be chatter. Who knows who the source is? Who knows who the booster was? Who what? I don't know who it is. They can say anything they want to say. But for an anonymous story to come out with no quoted source, it's kind of gutless, the way I see it. But that's the world we live in too, and I understand that. But I think it's also good that our team understood that. We talked about it, went through it. I thought it was a really awesome meeting this morning, to be honest with you. I did, and something that they'll learn from, and I'll learn from, and we'll go through.
You know how the world works.
Oh yeah.
You win 5, then you lose 5. Do you think your job is in jeopardy?
No, I don't think my job's in jeopardy. But you got to win games. You know, I do know this. When I came here a few years ago, this was the worst power football program, a laughingstock of college football. When I went to San Jose, it was the worst football program in Division I, period. And we turned that around. We came here. The gold helmet is not tarnished anymore. The gold helmet, I got so many emails today and so many texts and so many things about how proud they are of what we do and how we do it. If you look at what our kids have done off the field in the last year and a half since I got my guys in here, we're not going to be on the front of Sports Illustrated. You know, we're going to do the right things. We're going to be a heck of a football program. We've got great young players. So it's been fun. We got tons of guys hurt. Let's face it. Look at the Cleveland Cavaliers without LeBron James. Players matter. But we had a lot of kids that have played now and played well. Hopefully they've played some more. And so we have a bunch of young guys out there playing again this week. I think they'll get a little better, just like Cheeto did, just like Akello did. And so hopefully we'll have a different result Saturday. But, you know, we got some sophomores that are going to be big-time pros. We got some freshmen that are going to be big-time pros. I think our quarterback has a chance to, in another year, to be a big-time pro. So there's a lot out there that could be good. So I think what we've done, we've made this place better. There's no doubt about it. But success is measured in wins and losses too. But we built it up and did some things. A Pac-12 South Championship 18 months ago was pretty good because nobody would have thought we could have done that either. But still got to keep pushing, got to keep going. We'll see. And definitely like to have a win. And so hopefully we will. Hopefully we will. And Utah wants to win too, but hopefully we can get one.
In that way, Coach, are you a victim of your own expectations that you created 2 years ago? And how do you not make it about you over the last 2 weeks? How do you separate?
Well, it's not about me at all. It's about those guys in that room, about all of us. You always set high expectations. If you don't set high expectations, then you're not a leader. And so I look at myself as a teacher and a leader. Hopefully I'm a humble teacher and a leader, and care about kids and care about the people in our program. And I think those kids know that. I think they know that I love them. I think they're worthy. I believe in them, care about them. Last night I was on the phone with 2 parents where one of our kids had to go to the hospital for an emergency, and then finally get to bed about 11, and then the phone rings for the other thing. So it's a constant situation. Then you're back in here at 6 o'clock this morning, meeting with a mom and a kid and a doctor about his future of being able to play or not. You know, there's so many things that go on from there as a football coach. But, I think it's good we set high expectations. I think it's good we were ranked 19th in the country. I think all that's good. I think it's good that we beat Nebraska. I think it's good that we beat CSU, so that I think those are good things. I think those shows Mark we're going and doing well. And as far as that goes, but losing 5 in a row is tough. It's not good. It's a tough situation, no doubt about it.
Mike, I know you said you haven't seen Rick yet. He put out a statement kind of refuting the story that came out last night, but maybe clarify a point. Have you not heard from him at all?
I'm pretty sure he'll come see me this afternoon. I'm pretty sure we'll see each other this afternoon. I never see him in the mornings. I mean, I don't see anybody in the mornings but our football guys. I mean, we're going. That's our time.
Mike, what is it you want to hear from Rick? And is it common that you go 2 weeks without really talking to your AD?
No, I talked to him. I said I talked to him. I said we talked about that specific thing about what he thought about us and what we're doing. I see him quite often, but not every time we talk about those different things. There's a lot of other things we're working on and doing. I don't know what I need to hear from Rick. He's already told me what I think I need to know. So, but I'm pretty sure he'll talk to me. We'll talk. I mean, we'll bump at each other. We'll talk. We'll see each other. So.
All those good things you mentioned, beating Nebraska, ranked 19th, all that stuff was good. But will it all be tarnished if you guys don't win a game?
Well, I don't think everything's tarnished. I think that's a doom and gloom, so to speak. Hopefully we'll get one here and get 2 here. We're focused on 1 right now, and then hopefully get that one. Then we try to get the next one. Then we go to a bowl game. There's still a lot of things we can do. There's no doubt about it. The game of any game of sport or any game of trying to be successful in a lot of different ways when things aren't going good is the mental aspect of it. Can you fight through the mental battles within a game and within situations? And hopefully our guys can. I believe they can, and I believe our coaches are doing a good job with them.
Well, actually, you mentioned a couple of guys that you've talked to some parents about their futures and things like that. We know a lot of injured guys. Is there anything you can share about any of those injured players that might not be back?
No, we're not going to have Delrick back. We're not going to have Evan Worthington back. So those are 2. So our secondary is basically we have 1 true starter in our secondary from when we started basically, and so that's that part there. And we're still trying to find out about a couple other guys that are day to day.
What's Delrick's injury?
Concussion.
Another one. Okay.
Yeah. We, last year we had very, very few concussions. This year we've had a few more. So.
How about Jay?
We're still, that's day to day.
Coach, with Jay, obviously, your time coaching your son, one way or the other is coming to an end here in the coming weeks. But with his injury and now this situation, has it dampened at all your ability to kind of enjoy and maybe treasure this time together?
No, I mean, definitely seeing him, he's recovered quickly from his concussions that he had the last 2. Where there's no lingering, there's no long-term headaches. We're just trying to give it time and make sure everything's fine there. But that's always tough, watching your child get hurt. Whatever it is, if he's out on a bicycle or, everybody that has kids understands that. No, I think I've enjoyed that, and I'll be excited. Hopefully he'll be able to get back out there this week. It looks like he can, but as you go through the protocol. So it'd be fun watching him get out there and play, especially on senior night and his last time in Folsom. That would be definitely something that I would love to see, and I know he would too. I know his mom would for sure. All right, make sure y'all bring your snow boots and everything. It's going to be a fun Saturday. All right, thank you.